And if you're just joining us, welcome to today's webinar, Grow Your Luxury Sales with Cunard. And this webinar is brought to you by Baxter Media. I'm your host, Zephyr McMillan from Baxter Media, and today is Tuesday, October 24th. Our presenters today are Wade Menard from Cunard, and we are so excited to have him here to present to us today. We also have Charles Sylvia from CLIA, and again, we're lucky to have both of them here live today on the webinar. So thank you, Wade and Charles, for being here. And with that, oh, this is great. I'm seeing so many chat messages coming through, so that's awesome. If you're just joining us, feel free to say hi in the chat and let us know where you're connecting from. We'd love to hear from you. All right, with that, we are going to get started here. So I'm going to hand things over to Charles first, and he can get things started off. So thank you, Charlie. Go ahead.
Zephyr, thank you so much for having me. And I'd like to thank the entire team at Baxter Media, including my good friend Earl Lintz, for inviting me onto today's broadcast. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what's new at CLIA, what is the latest, but I want to start off with making sure that you know how to reach me, because my team and I are here to serve you. We are here at your disposal. So never hesitate to reach out to me. You can email me. If you do want to scan that and follow me on social media, it's not self-indulgent. It's because I always post great tips for how to build your cruise business and how to really differentiate yourself as a cruise travel expert. So please give the QR code a scan if you feel like it, and give me a follow on social media. My handle is @CLIAVeep across all platforms. So it'd be a real pleasure to have you aboard. Again, my name is Charlie Sylvia. I'm Vice President of Trade Relations and Industry Special Envoy with CLIA. And what's new at CLIA, right? So this is that time of year. On Labor Day, we literally shut down enrollment for 2023, as we do every year. And believe it or not, 62,803 travel advisors from Canada and the United States joined CLIA in 2023, 62,800. Well, that number was around 16,000 when my team and I started back 7.5, 8 years ago. And so this community is blowing up, and it's because this is such an incredible profession. People are coming in through independence, through hosts, through franchises, through consortia. They're coming into the business and realizing that it's the best profession in the world to have. I myself am a 29-year travel advisor, and I love it. So for those of you who may not have joined CLIA yet, we would love to have you come aboard. 2024 membership will be coming soon. It is open if you own a travel agency. So if you are a travel agency owner or manager and you have an actual enterprise of a travel agency, whether from home or brick and mortar, you can join for 2024 right now. And then for those of you who are agents or advisors who are affiliated with a travel agency, you'll be able to join in November. So that we will send out all sorts of communications. You won't miss out. We'll make sure that you know when we open in November. Should be around mid-November. It depends on when our IT people tell us that we're ready to go. And you'll be able to cross the gangway onto the good ship CLIA for 2024. You simply log into your My CLIA online membership portal, create that's at cruising.org, and create a profile, and you'll see the opportunity to join or renew. And don't forget, if you're a 2023 current CLIA member, your bonus commissions are active through December 31st. And our esteemed speaker from Cunard Line has furnished us with a bonus commission. So they're already loaded in there. Cunard Line gives you a bonus commission every single year. So make sure that you're redeeming them when you sell a Cunard cruise. The next slide just talks about why people join CLIA. You know, every year we send out the membership survey. The number one reason why advisors and agency owners join CLIA is for the credibility, that they are officially approved by the Cruise Industry Trade Association, the Global Cruise Industry Trade Association, as a legitimate seller of cruise travel. So the number one reason, despite the fact that we have benefits that are designed to make you money and save you money, the number one reason why people tell us they join is the credibility, the legitimacy. Also, the opportunity to become an expert in the industry, expert in cruise travel. It's So our swim lane is very narrow at CLIA. The cruise lines will teach you about their product, the individual products and their value propositions. Your agency will teach you about operations and how to run your business. CLIA teaches you how to be a cruise industry expert, so that you can speak at a higher level and win more business. There are more than 161,000 travel advisors in the United States and 16,000 travel advisors in Canada. And that's why it's so important to establish yourself as an expert in what you do, so that you can differentiate yourself from the competition. Because believe me when I tell you, those prospects that are reaching out to you are not just talking with you, they're talking with other people, and they're looking online themselves. So you really need to you need to differentiate yourself in a sea of sameness and raise your hand and say, I am an industry expert. That's where the industry official certification, the CLIA certification, comes into play. Remember that membership does not mean that you're certified. You become a member, and then you can elect, whether you choose to or not, to become CLIA certified, an entirely different thing. And the official industry certification, believe it or not, the certified CLIA advisors sell 261%, nearly 3 times as many cruises as non-CLIA certified advisors. So it's important for you to get CLIA certified. When you do, the cruise lines really take notice. And that's when you're going to get that recognition, is when you become CLIA certified. You get recognized, you get invited to incredible things, incredible events. And again, use your benefits. They're designed to help you make money and save you money. So, and I would be remiss if I did not mention the Super Bowl, the Academy Awards of the cruise industry, CLIA Cruise 360. Our 2024 Cruise 360 is going to be April 16th through the 24th in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We have 715 registered advisors already. Our goal is 800. We want to cap off at 800. We might push it to 850 or 900 if need be, but the point is, make sure you visit cruise360.org right now, or actually after Wade's presentation, and then to register for Cruise 360, because we want you to be there. Finally, I want to share my contact information again, and this picture, you may have noticed the picture changed. My headshot changed. This is actually, I was given the high honor of being flown out to Naples, Italy, for the steel cutting of Wade's newest ship, Queen Anne. And we are all so anxiously awaiting the arrival. I think it's just 100 days away or something, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, is it close? I'm close. Thank you. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to turn it back to Zephan. I thank you for hearing from me. Turn it back to Zephan for the introduction of our esteemed panelists. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Thank you, Charlie. Great. Excellent updates. Glad to hear from you. And yes, esteemed is correct. We're so happy to have Wade Menard here. He is the Strategic and National Accounts Manager at Cunard North America. And we're really happy to have him here to present to all of you about Cunard. So thank you for being here, Wade, and feel free to take it away when you're ready.
Great. Well, thank you for that lovely introduction. I just want to say welcome, everybody. And like Charles, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to learn more about this really unique, iconic brand. Just to carry on further what Charles was talking about, do you know how much CLIA loves Cunard? We have been in business 183 years. CLIA loves this brand, and Charlie loves this brand. He has been sailing our glorious flagship, the Queen Mary 2, for 20 years. He has spent more time on that ship than any other ship in the cruise industry. So that is a real big kudo for Cunard to have somebody as esteemed as Charles sailing with us so often. So we're very, very happy about that. So let's get right into the guts of this incredible brand, because we've got lots to share with you today and time's ticking. So I want to get right into it. Now, Cunard has 3 brand pillars. These brand pillars go into absolutely everything we do to make an exceptional cruise experience for your clients and our guests when they're sailing on one of our beautiful queens. So the first brand pillar is that we strive every day, every moment, to make our guests feel special. And your clients will feel special the minute they board our ship and they're greeted by our beautifully clad red uniform with big brass buttons, our bellhops. We have both male and female bellhops, and they welcome our guests on board. And from that minute, you know you're in for something very, very special and unique. Now, we really do strive to make every experience make guests feel special. And, you know, we've always been talking about that sense of occasion at Cunard. There's always that sense of occasion. So many of our guests, especially on transatlantic voyages, will consider a Cunard voyage as a milestone event, a birthday, a retirement from work, or maybe a special anniversary. All of that is really who Cunard is for that sense of occasion. I like to say there's the electricity in the air that every single night on one of our queens feels like it's New Year's Eve. That excitement's in the air. And that is all about our brand, making our guests feel special whenever they are on board our ships. Now, our second brand pillar is that we strive to inspire guests, and this starts with our carefully curated itineraries. You'll notice that these are very specially put together to include all of the bucket list destinations that your clients are craving on their vacation. Plus, we'll take them to some lesser known ports, some gems, diamonds in the rough, if you will, that we know our guests are really, really going to enjoy. So that's all about building the itineraries. We also add a whole whack of sea days. You don't see that on a lot of other cruise brands. Maybe you'll see 1 or 2 sea days. Cunard really tends to put more in and make it a longer voyage, simply so that you can relax and unwind and recharge your batteries while you're on vacation. But also our guests really, really enjoy the ship and all of its services. So they want to have those sea days to take advantage of that. So we inspire guests through these ways. Plus we have legendary, iconic insight speaker. These are guest lecturers. They could be retired politicians, astronauts, movie stars, mountain climbers, you name it, we've got it. And they share their life stories. And it truly is a mesmerizing lecture to watch. And you know, these guest lecturers, they're not untouchable. You'll find they come and have dinner with you, and they move around the ship so that you can talk to them face-to-face, one-on-one, and get more in-depth experience to their life stories. So that's lots of fun. And of course, we have our famous event voyages. Now, event voyages are available on our website, cunard.com, and these are fantastic for people who are looking for a specific voyage to be with other like-minded people. Now, just to give you an example of our event voyages, we might have literary voyages all about books and reading and fabulous literature. Theater week, we might have food and wine festivals. All of that is available on our ship. So make sure you check out the website and guide your clients to the appropriate voyage that might be well suited for them. The last brand pillar we have at Cunard is that we wish our guests to experience the freedom. And freedom comes in many, many different forms. But the first one is experiencing the freedom of space. Now, because we have the largest ships in the luxury market, we have large, expansive open decks. Our ships don't carry as many passengers as the ship could hold. And that stands to reason when you look at our product. We have some of the largest suites at sea, up to 2,400 square feet. So when you have suites that large, it certainly takes up a lot of real estate, and therefore there's not as many guests on board as there could be if we had standard accommodations. So think about that. I was recently on an Alaska voyage this summer with a group of 65 travel advisors. We were completely sold out. There was not one empty cabin on board the ship. And all I heard from my travel advisor partners was, "Where is everybody? There's no lineups. There's no crowds on the decks." And that is exactly what Cunard is all about, that freedom of space. Also the freedom to choose to do as much as you want or as little as you want. And of course, the freedom to dress up or not dress up, depending on what your style is. And we'll go into that a little bit later in this presentation as well. So those are our 3 brand pillars. I'm now going to show you a short video on the day in the life of Cunard. And Zephin, if you could roll that video for me, I would appreciate it.
Welcome aboard.
York? Can you find Broadway? See the glimmering lights shining so bright, turning night to day.
Wow, that video never gets old for me. I absolutely love watching it, and it makes me want to get back onto one of our beautiful ships. So as I mentioned, Cunard has the largest ships in the luxury market. Now that gives us a tremendous opportunity for more beautiful showcase venues, for entertainment, for dining, bars. It's just got so much space on board that we really, really love to showcase this. And Cunard has several different venues and several different experiences that are exclusive to Cunard. You can't get anywhere else, and that is a big part of who we are. So let's have a look at some of those signature features that we have on board our ships. The first one is our theaters. Now you can tell just from looking at the theater, this is a special event. These are the only theaters on a cruise ship that I'm aware of that actually look like a Broadway or West End from London theater. We have private opera boxes on the side, which are truly a special, special evening for your clients. They, for a very, very nominal fee, I believe it's $25 a person, you can get escorted to the private opera box by our bellhops and served French champagne and truffles during the show. What a great way to spend a birthday or an anniversary. Now, the theater itself, all the actors, well, I shouldn't say all, the majority of them are graduates of Juilliard in New York or the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts in London. So you know our theater and our performances are top notch. So that's definitely a feather in the cap of Cunard, is the lavish theater productions we have on board. Now, we are also known for the largest dance floors at sea. In fact, the Queen Mary 2 has the largest. All of our dance floors are sprung, meaning the wood bounces, which really makes it special for dancing on board. Now, what you're looking at right now is the brand new Queen Anne coming out in May of 2024 that Charles talked about earlier. We are so excited to have this new ship join our fleet. And you'll see several teaser slides within this presentation of pictures of the interior of the ship. Now, with Queen Anne, we have put in some special features into the Queen's room here. The dance floor will now be round, which just makes sense if you think about the motion that people take, and the direction when they're dancing is very circular. So that will be a great advantage for them. Plus, we put in a spiral staircase to access the upper seating area, a full bar in here. This is also where we have afternoon tea and several different events throughout the day. So this room is always utilized. The lovely screen you see on the back wall is a video screen. So if you did have a group on board or anything like that, anything that we want can be projected on this screen. So that's a fantastic opportunity. Another signature experience for us, although all ships have spas, we have the Mareel Wellness and Beauty Spa. Now, these are 2 stories long and huge. You can get any kind of service that you want in here. And as the name suggests, Mareel, everything comes from the ocean. All the spa services, all of it somehow is derived from the ocean, whether it's algae used in our lotions and potions, it's all coming from the ocean, and truly a beautiful experience. Imagine, I had the good fortune of laying in one of these ceramic heated chairs in front of Marjorie Glacier in Glacier Bay National Park this summer, laying in that chair spinning and looking out those floor to ceiling glass windows as the glacier drifted by in front of us. It's amazing. And all of that is so spectacular with Cunard. Another thing you can do with us, you can't do anywhere else. In fact, I don't know where you would do this anywhere other than on a Cunard ship, is fencing lessons. And we do 6 people at a time. It's always very, very popular with our guests. Who doesn't want to try something new? And this is in the Queen's room on Queen Victoria. What a beautiful, beautiful area to be able to practice this great sport. So fencing lessons. We were also the very first cruise line to introduce illuminations, the very first planetarium at sea. This is on Queen Mary 2. There are 16 different shows. You can lay back and watch the night sky go by in front of you. It's all complimentary for our clients. And when we're not showing astrological shows in here, we have some great 3D movies that we project on the ceiling so everyone can lay back and enjoy those great movies. Another great venue brought to you by Cunard. And of course, a Cunard cruise would be totally incomplete without experiencing our quintessentially British afternoon tea. Now you have to imagine the grandeur of this. We get 3 to 400 guests a day coming out for tea. It's every day from 3:30 till 4:30. Everybody is seated at their tables in the Queen's Room with the linens and the beautiful china, and this whole parade of our wonderful waiters come out with their white gloves on parade with their trays of finger sandwiches and pastries, real clotted cream from Britain with strawberry jam for our scones, and of course, our Cunard branded tea, which is made for us by Twinnings. You cannot purchase it anywhere on the planet. You can only enjoy it on a Cunard ship. So afternoon tea, definitely something our clients are interested in looking at. And you can upgrade to add champagne to this for an extra special treat. Here's another teaser shot of the Queen Anne. This is the Golden Lion Pub. Now, each of our ships has a Golden Lion pub. They're always casual, so if your clients don't want to dress up on formal night, they can certainly go here and have a lovely pub lunch, pub dinner. We have things like burgers, bangers and mash, ploughman's lunch. The fish and chips are fantastic, complete with the mushy peas. Now, this is an authentic British pub. It's got the coppered ceilings. It's got all the flavored gins you can imagine. Cunard has 3 branded beers that are made exclusively for us. We also have our 4 Queen's Gin available in here, 1 different brand of gin for each of our ships, which is reminiscent to where they travel in the world and flavored accordingly. We also have British ales and beers and ciders and those beautiful meals in here. Plus, it's a sporting venue. If you want to go in and watch the big screens, maybe Wimbledon might be on or the World Cup soccer, you can throw a dart in here. It's just a great place. We also have afternoon trivia. It's a lot of fun and a great gathering place for our guests. Now, you may be very surprised to see this. We are the only brand, the only luxury brand that has dedicated children's programs, and there are 3 of them. So for the different age groups, just like you're used to with most cruise brands. The real great difference about Cunard is we don't carry a lot of children. Alaska is our biggest carrier for children, and on the Alaska cruise that I was on, there were 45 children on board. So you don't see them, you don't hear them. And they love the children's club. Why? Because there's not 500 or 800 children in there. There's 40. So they get more specialized attention. In Alaska, for example, we have just a beautiful program. We've got forest rangers, and they come in and they teach the children all about the nature that they're seeing both beneath the surface of the ocean and above. They explain to them how everything works. And the children are actually, they go into a program. It's a junior forest ranger program where they have to take pledges to save the environment and the planet and the oceans, and they get certificates and patches that they can sew onto their jacket. They absolutely love it. It's an educational learning feature for them, as well as just a lot of fun. Now, one thing I recently learned that I just want to share with you about our children's programs, because I think it's amazing. Our camp counselors are specifically trained to deal with children with special needs. They know how to make them feel welcome and comfortable, and how to deal with any situation that might arise. And we've heard from parents that have children with autism that they love traveling on Cunard because there's only a few children in the children's clubs, so they don't get really freaked out by large crowds and lots of noise. So think about that for your clients that maybe have children on the spectrum. Great opportunity to put them on a beautiful ship with us. Now, this one is very well known. We are the only cruise brand in the world that I'm aware of that carries dogs on our ship. Now, important to remember that this is the Queen Mary 2 only, and it's only available on transatlantic crossings between London and New York, or Hamburg and New York, or vice versa. So we do have all these beautiful cages you can see on the top. The kennels are smaller than the ones on the bottom. They range in price anywhere from, I believe, about $500 to $2,400, depending on the size of the dog you're carrying, or the cats, of course, as well. And we do provide fresh baked dog biscuits every day. If there is some kind of unique maybe an allergy kind of food or something that they require, we ask guests to bring that. Otherwise, we supply all the dog food. We have a real Brooklyn fire hydrant and a lamppost from Liverpool. And that's just a fun part of the ship. We allow the owners to go up and see the dogs several times during the day. And of course, they can also go out on deck and take their dogs for walks, which is just so much fun. Now, kennels sell out really, really quickly. So we have a dedicated email address, and that is kennels at Cunard.com. That is your source for everything kennels. They can tell you about wait lists, what's sold out, pricing, all of that kind of information. So kennels at Cunard.com. Queen Mary 2 only on transatlantic crossings. Now let's look at our luxury accommodations. There is a very large rumor when it comes to Cunard that we are a class structure cruise line. Maybe 100 years ago we are, but certainly not now. But when your guests think about Cunard, what do they think about? They think about the movie Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio standing behind the grate and the water's rising and he's like, let me up, let me up. No, you're second class. You're not coming up here. That's not the way we are. So I hope I can dispel those myths for you. What we do at Cunard, and we do it very well, is that we pair accommodations with a dining facility. Now, you're probably used to this for other brands because they are now emulating what we have been doing for the last 183 years. So let's have a little look at how this works, starting with our luxurious inside accommodation. Another teaser slide for you. This is Queen Anne, brand new. A lot of our guests absolutely love these because they are very affordably priced. And when you close the bedroom or the door to the hallway, it's dark in there. So you get the most amazing sleeps. But you can see, even though it's inside, they are still very large, elegantly appointed, and beautiful staterooms. Moving on up, I really wanted to show you this stateroom because you'll notice that's a single bed. We do have single occupancy staterooms on Queen Mary 2, Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Victoria. Now, there is no single supplement for these cabins. It's just the price of the single cabin. This is fantastic on world cruises as well as transatlantics. We have gentlemen dance hosts. So a lot of our single ladies will book one of these single cabins and then have somebody to dance with. It is truly an amazing opportunity. Now, Queen Anne did not come with any single occupancy staterooms. However, we have a beautiful single occupancy evergreen rate for her. So it's not, you don't have to mortgage your home to purchase a single occupancy stateroom. So think about that. They're beautiful and they are luxurious. Moving on up into our balcony cabins, you can see they're very similar in shape and style to what you might find in other cruise brands' balconies. But what we're showcasing here is how beautiful and elegantly appointed they are. The bathrooms come with a beautiful set of toiletries that are made from a company in London that also provide toiletries for the royal family. It is just truly spectacular. So your clients are really going to enjoy these balcony cabins as well. Now, anybody who eats in who stays in Britannia accommodations, that's inside Ocean View and balcony, they're going to eat in our beautiful Art Deco Britannia dining room. Now, this is a 2-story dining room, very Art Deco, going back to the heritage of our earlier ships. A lot of wall murals in here displaying pictures of our earlier years in the industry. In here, you're going to get white glove service. The food is top-notch, and so is the presentation. It's absolutely spectacular in here. So this is for our Britannia accommodation guests. Moving up one category, I want to show you our best kept secret. This is the Britannia Club balcony. So there is no difference in the cabin from a standard balcony. The difference comes where guests who are buying this are going to get a single seating restaurant. And here is the Britannia Club restaurant on Queen Elizabeth. Why is this important? It's only a few $100s more for going from a balcony to a balcony club. But with Balcony Club, you get this private single seating restaurant. Your clients are the only people that will ever sit at those tables. So if they want to have dinner tonight at 5:30, tomorrow at 9, perfect. That table will always be waiting for them. And to be honest, this is why people wish to purchase the Britannia Club, is just to get that single seating restaurant. It's also a phenomenal way for you as travel advisors to start moving your clients up into the world of true luxury. Once they get a taste of this private restaurant, they want a little bit more, and that gives you the opportunity to upgrade them to our grills experience. So moving up, let's have a look at some of these as well. This is the beautiful Princess Grill Suite on the new Queen Anne. Absolutely spectacular. You'll notice in the headboard above the bed, it is a fabric headboard and it's got gold leaf sewn into it, which shimmers in the air conditioning or the wind when the balcony is open. The lights are the lamps in the room are all designed to look like portholes on a ship. And if you'll notice even the detail in the carpet, it looks like someone has dropped a pebble into water and those rings are spreading as the pebble drops in. So beautiful opportunity here. Our Princess Grills suites will come with a bathtub balcony and below is a shower only. So important to know, if your clients want a bathtub, they can move up into Queen's Grill Suites in the Princess Grill Suite. 2 televisions in here, a separate living room, very, very elegantly appointed. And of course, they'll eat in the Princess Grill's dining room, which we'll show you later. Now let's look at moving up into the epitome of luxury. And that, of course, is our Queen's Grill Suites. So I'm just going to show you some of these amazing cabins. As I mentioned earlier, some of them are 2,400 square feet. There's another rumor about Cunard, and that is because we are 183 years old, we are stuffy and boring. And that's not the truth at all. You can certainly see from these elegant cabins that we're showing you here, we are modern, we are luxurious, and we are playful luxury. There's nothing boring about us. So these cabins are just incredible. Here we have the Queen's Grill Grand Suite on Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth. This is the master bedroom. They are absolutely gorgeous. And what an elegant way to be traveling around the world in these beautiful suites. Here's another teaser slide, Queen Anne in the master suite. This is probably the most famous suite that we have. We have 2 of these. These are in the Queen Mary 2 at the aft of the ship. There's the Sandringham and Balmoral duplex apartments. They are 2 stories. Upstairs, you'll find a massive walk-in closet, a huge master bedroom, and a beautiful bathroom. Downstairs, you can entertain. There's lots of room to bring your new guests in. A lot of our Queen's Grill suites have private elevators that open up right into the room. So they are truly exclusive, and that's part of making our guests feel very special. Now I want to show you one last cabin picture, and that is the Grand Suite on Queen Anne. How beautiful is this? Floor to ceiling glass windows, beautiful modern furniture you can see with the curves in them, the beautiful green tones here that we've got, very elegant and very, very modern. So that's beautiful. The bedroom in this suite faces floor to glass ceiling. I can't say that today. Floor to ceiling glass windows overlooking the ocean. The master bathroom is marble with 2 sinks with a huge soaker tub right next to a window overlooking the ocean. Truly a grand way to travel. Now, if you are staying in Princess Grills or Queen's Grill suites, you will eat in the Princess Grills or Queen's Grill dining room. This is very, very luxurious. Again, lots of tableside service that you might have seen 30 years ago when cruising, was in its infancy. Caesar salads made tableside. We're talking about deboning filet of soles tableside, making cherries jubilee, crepe Suzettes, all tableside, and it's absolutely spectacular. If you have a craving for something, give us 24 hours notice and we'll make it for you. It is truly an amazing dining experience. In Queen's Grill, we have caviar every night. Lobster is available. And again, if you want something specific, just let us know and we'll make it for you. Now, something I really want to point out for you, there's another myth about that. And we were talking about this earlier when I mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio and being a class structure. This is a large part of the class structure they think that we have is because of these dining accommodation pairings. I just want to let you know that the ships were designed and decored to exceed our top suite guests. So everything you can imagine that would blow their minds and really impress them, that was what was put into our ships. They are stunning and they are beautiful. However, somebody even staying in an inside cabin through balcony, there's nowhere on the ships they can't go other than the Queen's Grill's dining room, an adjacent sun terrace, and a very small cocktail lounge that's up there. Other than that, the entire ship is open to everybody, and it really is a spectacular, luxurious, over-the-top way to experience cruising. We have many alternative dining options available. So our greatest one is the Steakhouse at the Veranda. Now, this is a remarkable dining venue. It's only $45 if your clients purchase it in advance, $50 if they're buying it on the ship. All the beautiful cuts of beef and the seafoods are available in here. Just fantastic. Plus, we have the King's Court Buffet and the Lido Deck Buffet. That is all available. And our buffets aren't like what you might see on other cruise ships. We have small portions that are replaced on a regular basis. So it doesn't look like a big vat of food that's been sitting there for a couple of hours, maybe a bit crusty on the side. That's not who we are. It's all about the luxurious experience. Now, in our buffet area, every night we have a pop-up dining venue. So we'll seclude part of our buffet seating area, bring out the linens and the fine china, put the flowers on the table, and host a pop-up dinner. These are $15 in advance, $20 if you buy it on board, and they are fantastic. In Alaska, we have a product called the Frontier. Now, this restaurant showcases game meats from Alaska, fresh seafoods right out of the water, and they'll even carve smoked salmon tableside for you as an appetizer. It's truly amazing, and for $15, you cannot go wrong. We also have Indian inspired with, it's called coriander, with those beautiful Indian spices and cilantros. We have Japanese restaurants. We have in the Norwegian fjords, we have a pop-up restaurant called Fjord, all about the cuisine of these parts of the world. In the Med, we have Mediterranean. So many different pop-up restaurants, and they're absolutely fantastic. So make sure your clients are aware of those and give those a try as well. Also nice to know that many of these are casual venues. If they don't want to dress up for formal night, they don't have to. Speaking of dressing up, let's talk about the dress code, because this is probably the biggest hurdle that you have to cross when you're looking at booking clients on Cunard. So we have downgraded our dress code. As many of you may know, we're very, very formal, and we required everybody in formal attire every night for dinner, much like it was in the old days in Victorian England. We have since changed that. Women can pretty much wear anything they want, because absolutely, they always look fantastic no matter what they wear. But on the screen in front of you, these are examples of day wear through evening wear. To be very honest with you, every picture on that screen could be worn into our dining room, with the exception of formal night. That would probably be the two right-handed pictures. It's really more the men that we, that's who's going to be your problem client when you're booking them, because they don't want to get dressed up. Well, I'm so happy to tell you they don't have to anymore. So again, all of these pictures would be acceptable in our dining room. The two right side would be formal nights. Gentlemen must wear a jacket and a tie on formal night. However, the rest of the nights, they could get away with something so simple as a golf shirt and a pair of khaki pants. Now, we do have a whole group of passengers on board who dress every single night. That's what they want out of their vacation. But we're not stuffy. They will not look down their nose at you because you're not dressed. It's just acceptable for everybody to have the vacation that they choose. And that's part of us promoting that brand pillar, the freedom to do what you choose. So you can dress up or not dress up. And if you don't want to dress on formal night, I've mentioned there's a lot of options for casual wear that we can certainly go through. So let's have a look at our guests. I love this section of the webinar because it'll tell you who in your database is a Cunarder, who can you sell to, who are the people you're going to go after and promote our product to. So we have 4 groups. The first one is called Cunarders. Now, Cunarders are people who have traveled with us before. They are very loyal, and especially loyal to our brand. They love it. They book an average of 1 year in advance. 24% of them, a quarter of them, book over 1 year in advance. And it's nice to know that these people spend an average of 11 days on our ships. They're looking for more exotic, longer itineraries. And these people really, really, truly love those longer itineraries. So that's a great product to display for them. Give them that option. They are going to jump at this because they already love the brand. Now, second group is cruisers wanting more. Now, this is a group of people who have cruised before, but not with Cunard. They're looking for something different. Maybe they've cruised on brand XYZ before for the last umpteen years, and they're saying, we love that brand, but we're just looking for something different, for something new. And Cunard is certainly something different and something new. We're very unique, and there's nothing like us in the cruise industry. So they are perfectly situated for us. Now, these people are probably still working. What they're looking for is to spend their vacations in the luxury that they don't have at home. And they're also looking to really relax and unwind because they're still working. When their vacation really is something to recharge their batteries. So because they're working, they spend a little bit less on our ships, an average of 9 days, and 17% of them are booking over a year in advance. So that's a great mindset to know as well. The third group, these are non-cruisers who would love to try us. So these are your all-inclusive people, your land vacationers. They are open to trying a cruise, but they may not be interested in what they see on TV as a cruise experience. Again, this is why Cunard fits in so well, because we're not like anything else that's out there. 32%. That's an amazing number to me. Over 30% of people in this category have heard about Cunard as a brand and are willing to try the brand. They just need to have it presented to them. So please don't hesitate when you're looking at these groups to offer them Cunard, because it's something that's probably in their bucket list that they want to try, and they just haven't had the experience yet. They probably think maybe that we're too formal, we're too expensive, or it's a class structure. So if you diminish those myths for them, they will hop on board and try this. Now, the last group of people that we have, these are those wanting the very best. We all want these in our database. These are people who love luxury, and they have the money to afford true luxury. So you're going to want to sell these guests our grills suites first. That is your starting point. Don't bother with the balcony. Start in the grills and giving them quotes for that. They want the best of everything. The top-notch quality of food, the presentation, and the service is all very important to them. They are looking for unique experiences, and they really enjoy being part of an exclusive access or a private club. That's who these people are, and they want to be with other like-minded people and really enjoy the world. They want to explore different destinations each time they travel, and they're looking for something new. So think about those people, because that's where you get great commission checks with a lot of commas in there. You're going to make some good money on that one. So enjoy those guests. So let's look about, since I just mentioned making money and commission with commas in them, have you heard about Cunard's group program? Now, we have a very robust group program, and many of you get to double dip. If you are part of a consortia, whether that could be any of the great consortias that Cunard works with, we do work with them all, you would get their group program. They have groups in their head office programs that they will book that you can book into. A lot of consortias have hosted cruises, or we call them amenity funding cruises. We might give them like a cocktail party or a unique shore experience as part of being a member of that consortia. But you as individual advisors or franchise partners, whatever the case may be, you're also allowed to book your own groups at your storefront, up to 6 groups per month. So really think about this, because it gives you added value for your clients. So I really want to point out on our amenity grid here how you can help yourself make more money. A lot of our amenities or our groups come with more amenities that you're used to from other cruise lines. We have to be more competitive, and we really strive through that. So you're going to see more amenity points. You're maybe used to 3 or 4 with some premium brands. We have 6, 8 on most of our sailings. With those points, as you can see in the left-hand column here, you can reduce your TC ratio from 1 in 16, which is standard, to 1 in 14, 12, or even 10, meaning for every 5 cabins sold, you're achieving a TC. So that's a great way to make additional money. On the right-hand side, these are perks that you can offer your clients as well, using amenity points. The ones circled in red here, these are so important, because in grills suites, the amenity points are doubled for these. So you're going to get 2 bottles of wine instead of 1. The onboard credit is going to be doubled. And that's just a really fantastic perk that I don't know happens in any other cruise line. So opportunities are there. Make sure you're aware of our group program. We have all kinds of groups available, whether it's a dance group or aficionados of history. There is so much to be building groups around on Cunard. Now, we also ask you to look at our cruise sales. A lot of our travel advisors forget about this, but you are allowed to block a cruise sale. You can even book 2 of them, so you have a 2-week window of opportunity for your guests. Again, if you belong to a consortia, you're going to get the head office level cruise sales, and you can also book your own. So a cruise sale with Cunard gives your clients a reduced deposit, 50% reduced deposit. Now, you can spin that however you want. You can say 2-for-1 deposits or 50% off. As well, you're going to give them onboard credit up to $300 for the cruise sale. Plus, if they book balcony or higher, you're going to achieve $50 bonus commission for making that sale. So think about that. It's all the layers that you can layer together to add value for your clients. If you book the groups and then you have a cruise sale, that's combinable with our limited time offers as well to get the perks from that. It's also combinable with things like our military offer so that they get more onboard credit for serving their countries. We really want to thank them for that. So it's all about the layers of value. Think about that. If you need any help, please reach out to anyone at Cunard. We're in the process of hiring a couple of field sales BDMs, as well as our national accounts team. We're all here for you. And please don't be shy, reach out. We really want to help you grow. And our group program and our cruise sales program is a big part of that. So I'm very happy to say that we are now on sale through 2025. These voyages just went on sale on October the 4th. They are selling like hotcakes. It's always fun to see the numbers fly in the day that we have a product release. And they're just fantastic. So this is what we have available for you right now. The Queen Anne sailing round trip from Southampton. She's going to be in Europe for the majority of this. She's doing Iceland, Norway, Scandinavia, lots of Europe, lots of British Isles, as well as some short breaks. Now, short breaks you're not going to sell. Nobody's going to fly from North America to go to London and do a 4-day cruise out of there. But also some interesting itineraries down to Iberia, Canary Islands. There's even one over Christmas. Imagine the crystal clear waters, Canary Islands over Christmas. How wonderful is that? When we look at Queen Victoria, she's our European queen. She's in the Med, and she's doing all those wonderful itineraries. And have a look at them, because as I mentioned at the beginning, part of making our guests feel special and inspiring them is those unique curated itineraries. Our itineraries are different than every other cruise brand, so have a look at them. They're port intensive with lots of ship days. You're going to have so much opportunity here, so fantastic. Queen Mary 2, of course, still doing our regular lineup of transatlantic crossings between New York and London or Hamburg. Check on the transatlantic crossings. There's 1 or 2 every year that originate in Le Havre in France. What a fantastic opportunity for you as travel advisors to be able to combine maybe a week in Paris. They can also explore the beaches of Normandy in Le Havre, as well as a 13th century fishing village just right outside of Le Havre called Honfleur. If you've never been there, Google it. It is the most magical place ever. Sit on the pier, have some mussels and fries and a bottle of wine, and enjoy the world go by. Your clients will love you for that experience. Now, Queen Elizabeth wasn't included in this lineup. She is on sale through May 2025, and Alaska will be going on sale for us. We're hoping maybe by the end of December, early January, to have that product up and sale for you for 2025. So more good stuff coming down the pipeline for you with these great launches. Now, with this brand new product launch, we have some great offers for your clients. If they book before January 2nd, they are going to get an alternative dining credit for 1 night for 2 guests. They're also going to have their gratuities, the hotel dining charges, the hotel and restaurant dining charges included. Plus, we're going to give them up to $600 onboard credit. So here's a chart that just shows you the onboard credit that's there. All you have to do is book them prior to January 2nd, and you're going to get these perks for them. And it combines with your group programs. It combines with the perks from that. It combines with our limited time offer that's on right now. It is a fantastic offer. Now, if you have grills guests, they're going to get all those perks. Plus, we're going to throw in our complimentary drinks package for them. So this is the time to be booking them. Absolutely. If they are a past passenger with us, they're going to get all of this. Plus, we're going to give them a discount for being a past passenger. And here's a chart that shows you the discounts that we're offering. So it truly is a great time to book. There are so many unique and wonderful itineraries. And I will tell you, with Queen Anne coming on the scene in May of 2024, people are clamoring to get the maiden season on that ship. So it's selling very strongly. So don't hesitate. Make sure you book those very quickly. So Zephan, if I could just get you to showcase this video for us. This is a brand new video showcasing what we just released on sale on October 4th. Charles just typed in the chat that he got so exciting during the webinar that he just booked Queen Anne to the Norwegian fjords in 2025. And he took my advice and booked Britannia Club because it's such great value. Thanks, Charles. I love hearing that. That is just so fantastic. So great. I hope the rest of you get some clients on there, or yourselves as well. If you're looking for deals, please go to onesourcecruises.com. This is our travel advisor website. You're going to find travel agent rates in there. And I'll tell you about another great way to get on our ships very soon. This is Explore with More. This is our pre-wave offer. And this is just phenomenal. This is giving them up to $2,000 onboard credit, free alternative dining. And this runs till January 2nd. So great pre-wave opportunities for all those new voyages that are coming out. It's just a great offer. So don't forget about that. We are also very excited. There's going to be a Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale coming out very soon. I just received the documents on it yesterday. It'll be announced, I believe, on OneSource on November 21st, just in time for Black Friday. We also, in November, will have a solo day, meaning if you want to book solo travelers for one solo day, we will have incredible prices for solo travelers where we reduce the single supplement. So that is coming down the pipeline. Hope you can take advantage of that. If you're looking for more information or the training program I just talked about, it's all on our travel advisor website. This is onesourcecruises.com. We share this with our sister brands, Holland America, Seabourn, and Princess Cruises. All you need to do is toggle over to the Cunard side. There is a wealth of information in here. We have an asset bank, a media library with pictures of anything you can imagine, as well as videos. Anything is available in there for your marketing purposes or just to show what the cabins look like to your clients. In here, we have something I really want to showcase for you. You can see it's right above the ship there on the right-hand column. It says Cunard Answers. That is our version of Google. All you have to do is open the search bar, type in formal night, smoking policy, whatever information you need, it's going to pop up just like Google does. So that's a tremendous tool. You can access Polar online here for booking. Such a wealth of information. And of course, in here is also our Cunard Academy. This is an intensive training course where at the end of it, you're going to get our platinum World Club member benefits whenever you sail with us. As well, on completion, you're going to get a graduation cruise for you and a friend to experience the product. Now, as well, if I go back a slide here, maybe to OneSource Cruises, if you go into booking tools, you're also going to be able to access travel advisor rates in there. You can also call our reservations team. They will help you out with that. And we do hope to have a couple of FAMs for 2024. Keep that in mind, as well as ship tours throughout our US and Canadian ports. We're looking forward to that. Now that COVID's over, we can do all of this again. We are very anxious to get you on board because we know if you experience it, you will be able to sell it even better. I ask you to tune in to our Vice President of Sales, Jamie Paco, on her Facebook page. We have all kinds of specials that we advertise here. Anything that's new and important is advertised here. Every Thursday, we do Cunard Spills the Tea, where we talk about our history or some juicy gossip that's coming. It's always fun, and that is a great way to learn about all things Cunard. So I thank you, each and every one of you, because you truly are our frontline warriors. Without you, Cunard probably wouldn't have been in business for 183 years. We need you to sell our ships, and we thank you for everything that you do to fill those beautiful floating palaces. So Zephin, I'm going to turn it back to you to see if we have any questions and our final remarks.
All right, great. Well, first off, thank you so much, Wade, for the excellent presentation. That was just top notch and great to hear so many exciting things. I would love to get on board at some time. It sounds amazing. So you're getting lots of thank yous in the chat. So that's good to see.
Great.
So a couple of questions here from the Q&A section. I saw a couple coming in through the chat here. So we're going to try to get to all of them, but I apologize if I missed some. Let's see if we can get through all of them here. So, well, actually, first, just a nice comment. Heading out on QV Northern Lights in a couple of weeks will be the start of my 100th day on a Cunard cruise. That's great.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That's amazing. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Awesome. And okay, so yeah, next question I think is just about travel agent FAMs for 2024, which I think you kind of mentioned already. Anything else you want to touch on that, or?
Just, I mean, we're struggling, folks. We have 3 ships currently, and 4th one coming when Queen Anne comes. The problem is, as all of you know how busy you are, since the pandemic, people are traveling again with a passion. I call it revenge travel. It's like, I'm not dealing with the COVID anymore. I'm traveling. You guys are doing such a great job of selling this space that our ships are full. So yield management is not willing to let us have a lot of cabins. They want to make the revenue after not having revenue for 2.5 years. So it's going to be a slow process. This year, we were able to do 2 FAMs. Next year, or 2024, we're hoping for at least 2 as well. We'll keep you posted on all of that. And we definitely want to get you on board the ships for sure.
Great, thanks. Okay, fun question. Ball is super popular. Any plans to have it available?
I'm sorry, you cut out there a minute.
What's sorry there. Pickleball is super popular. Any plans to have it available?
Boy, it's popular is an understatement. We don't have dedicated pickleball courts because our ball courts area is sort of more traditional British games. Like there's bowls and there's cricket, and not cricket, but croquet. That's the word I'm looking for. Cricket. Yeah, we've got ponies on the ship. But and polo. But no, they are. Queen Anne will come with a dedicated pickleball. The rest of them just have like tennis courts and stuff, but they've got the lines drawn out where pickleball courts would be. So even though it's not dedicated, it is there.
Okay, that's great. Thanks. You're probably going to make some people very happy there. Okay, next question I think is about dress code. Are men okay in nice jeans and a sweater?
Very good question. Unfortunately, jeans are not permitted in the dining room ever. Breakfast and lunch, they certainly are. For dinner, it would have to be a minimum of khaki pants, but no jeans.
Okay, great. And is Cunard LGBTQ friendly? Could you talk about that for a minute?
Absolutely. And I will tell you, we carry a large percentage of this group. They seem to gravitate to us. I don't know if it's because most of them don't have children to put through university. They've got the money. They love the product. They love the upscale food as well as just the surrounding and environment. We have a lot of different programs on board the ships for get-togethers, meet and greets. And yeah, it is a big percentage of our client base. So don't ever hesitate about putting them on our ships because they really, truly love the brand and they're excited to travel with us for sure.
Great. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, you've gotten a lot of thank yous in the chat. A lot of people saying how excited they are. So that's good. I'll read one. Great job of explaining what is special about Cunard. Really helpful info. Yes, I agree. So thank you, Wade. I think that wraps it up for the questions today. So why don't we move on to the lucky prize winner? So Wade, you should have the name in the private chat from me there. This is a randomized draw from the attendees who attended for the whole time. So if you've been here for the whole webinar, we've got you on that list. You've been in the draw. So Wade, when you're ready to announce the prize winner, let's go.
Okay, so the prize winner, the $100 gift card, is for Chris White, coming to us from Freestone Travel. That's amazing. So awesome. I will be emailing you and I will hook you up with a $100 Amazon gift card. So thank you so much. And before I go, I just want to give a special shout out to Charles from CLIA. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is truly an honor when somebody of his stature comes to join you for a presentation. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I also thank all my travel partners. Can't wait to see you on one of our beautiful ships. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Wade. And yes, thank you, Charles, for joining us today. It's been such a pleasure. And we always love having you involved in bringing us updates from CLIA. So yes, huge thank you to you, Wade, for the excellent presentation. You did a great job. And I'm sure that, yes, you did. I think you made a lot of people very happy today. So that's good.
Awesome.
Great. So as the webinar ends, folks, you will be redirected to onesourcecruises.com where you can access more information from Cunard And we'll be sending the webinar recording link from today to each of you within about 24 hours. All of our past recordings can be found on the Baxter Media YouTube channel or at travelpress.com under the Travel Webcast tab. You'll find it there on the homepage, and you can access all of our past recordings. This one will be there, and you'll receive it in an email from me tomorrow as well. You can register for more upcoming webinars at travelpress.com as well by clicking on the link pinned to the top of the chat there in blue. If you click on that, it'll take you to the Baxter Media page where you can access all of our upcoming webinars and past recordings. So again, this one will be there as well tomorrow. Be sure to follow Baxter Media on LinkedIn to hear about webinars as they come up. As usual, we promote the next webinar coming up on our previous webinars. So October 31st, we'll be launching part 2 of a live webinar interview series called AI Insights, Conversations with the Experts. Canadian Travel Press Executive Editor Bob Mowat will be meeting with Brian Hayes from SAP Concur to discuss how artificial intelligence will transform the travel industry. Part 1 had a great turnout. I'm sure some of you were there, and you can access part 2 now on that link in blue there and sign up for that. They're just 30-minute webinars, so a bit shorter than normal. And again, part 2 is on October 31st at 1 p.m. and you can register at the top of the chat there. So with that, I'm going to wrap things up. So thank you again, Wade and Charlie, for being here today. And thank you to all of our attendees for joining us. We always appreciate it. So thanks for connecting.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, great. And yes, Wade, you continue to get thank you messages and lots of emojis.
Wow.
Lots of emojis coming through in the chat as well. So that's good to see. All right, thanks everyone for being here, and have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.